Hello? We are here with Michael King.
He didn't know what to say.
I did not.
He's
I don't
confused.
do intros. I do want to.
He ain't seen me in a long time.
It's been a minute.
I can understand flubbing your words a little bit.
It happens, man.
Right.
It happens. But I edit nothing out.
Is it the way the light hits me in my eyes?
Yeah, I'm like, man, that's Michael King. No, it's just been I do a bad job of introducing, and I don't want to edit any of it. Like, I don't like to go in and be like, oh, I don't take that word out. I'm like, everything.
So you want to be raw?
Everything. Except one thing. I had Jared, Jared D?
I might.
So he was on it yesterday, and he was like, oh, well, and midway through, he's like, I just want to promote so I got my podcast and this and that, and I want to, I think it'd be so funny to, right when he starts talking, to cut it.
Oh, my God. Like, no promos here.
Yeah, there's no promos.
Catch me at the, no.
That's one thing I wanted to do.
Right.
But fucking welcome, dude. It's good to...
Yeah,
You've been going to open mics.
Yeah, I've been hitting some open mics, man. You know what I'm saying? Not as much as... I mean, I've been hitting them, but it's like I've been hitting the same ones. So you kind of get...
Which are the... You're the one I texted about the mints, right?
About the mint, yeah, but they closed that down.
Yeah, see, I heard that one was dope. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? And then I went to one mic in Echo Park. I didn't perform. I came late.
Right.
And one of the guys like, yo, what up, Patrick? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
Yo, we should come to the mint. Is it Mints?
The mint.
Come to the mint or you would kill there, bro. It's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
let's go. And then right when I was like, let's go, I hit you up and then...
That's how it goes, bro. You know what I'm saying? California don't want nobody to do shit.
Damn, man. So I know there's a few mics I know, like the Burbank Fries parking lot.
Right. I haven't been to that one yet, but I saw somebody post that the other day.
So which ones are your main ones that you're going to or consistently they're still going?
So the one called Vicky's, which used to be Bert's back room.
Really? It's Vicky's now?
So it's called.
What happened to Birds?
Man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things have happened during this quarantine time.
Oh, actually, I heard a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what
You
I'm saying?
know.
I don't know the full story, bro. Seriously, I don't know the full story. I don't. I'm just laughing because it's just people just put shit out there. So I'm just laughing at it, bro. That's all.
I would ask.
I don't know what happened. Like, seriously, I just know it turned into Vicky's, and the shit is wild at Vicky's, boy.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's the difference between Vicky's and Birds?
Oh, it's got a lot of graffiti.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of graffiti, a lot of rappers now. You know, a lot of weed smoking.
So it just turned pretty.
A lot of drinking.
So it turned into
Some was like going from from Malibu or Beverly Hills or something like that, where it's
It felt deep. Yeah, it was a cool little vibe in there.
And then you just transition to this whole nother portal. You're like, oh shit, what did I walk into? You know what I'm saying?
I want to go there now. Check it out.
You do. You should. I mean, it's a good energy though.
It's reminding me the way you're talking about it. Like if you've been to a Next Stage, or what was the Next Stage? The late one, the one that was like at 1, 2 in the
Oh
morning.
yeah, that's what it feels like. Because that one
was like
2 in the morning.
Straight ghetto, 2 in the morning. People are sleeping. There's people with bottles and bums. It's crazy fucking vibe. Every time I went there, I wanted to quit comedy. There's no laughs ever produced there.
Yeah.
You go there just to build thick skin.
Now it's got a lot of good energy though.
Okay.
Because there's been a couple of people that you would think that have a name for themselves in a sense within the comedy world that has popped up in there just because. You know what I mean? They know that's a lot of good energy. A lot of people run through there. And I think Jamar Neighbors was there one night. He did like 30 minutes.
Did he?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I have just a weird story with him because actually during the roast battle, because I know I want to talk about that.
Yeah. Let's talk about the roast battle.
Yeah, well, I did
that you didn't show up to.
Hey, I was in China.
China.
No,
came back with the Huang flu.
When I first was doing the roast battle with Andy, my first one ever, I did it. We both played. It was fun. I ended up winning, which is whatever. But then my friend, this is the only thing I know about Jamal Neighbors. Is it Jamal or Jamar? Jamar. So the only thing I know is me, Andy, and our other friend who came to watch our roast battle. And she's very attractive, and I used to work with her. She was there, and then Jamar Neighbors was outside with his crew of people.
Yeah.
And then a girl came by to the girl we were with and was like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful." And she's like, "Oh my God, thank you. Where are you from?" I'm from the, "Oh my God, hey, come meet my friend." And then she like took her to go meet Jamar Neighbors because Jamar, and then we're like, "Did Jamar Neighbors just send a girl over to take our girl?" And then we both looked at me and Andy both looked at each other and we're like, "She's not coming back." And she didn't come back. She ended up being a booker for whatever. They put him on a show. But like that night, we both knew. And then me and Andy looked at each other. We're like, "Wow, did that just happen?" That was the only interaction I've ever had through Jamar.
Yeah. He don't say much, but I mean, he's definitely out there.
Yeah, I've seen him like.
I've seen him do a lot of late nights at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, I've seen like 2 a.m. late, like him yelling and jumping on the stool, and I'm like,
right. And it'd be like 10 people in the audience. You're like, he's just working on the set.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's crazy, right? But yeah, man, it's the open mic scene is very, it's like kind of like small because now a lot of these open mic scenes are kind of like drawing in big names at the same time because there's not a lot of stages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Improv is not open. The Comedy Store is really not open. But
isn't it like a patio thing or something?
Yeah, they're doing like a window, so it's almost like you're behind a plexiglass. And, you know what I mean? Like walking up to the bank at some bank teller, like, "Hey, give me some jokes," type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's very sparse, as they like to say. There's one in Inglewood that happens every Thursday. It's at a park. It's outside. People doing private rooftops type stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of people sometimes will hit you up like, "Hey, I'm doing a rooftop." You know what I mean? Or they do one at the beach.
I've heard about the beach one.
Yeah. So I mean, you gotta find it now. I mean, but
that's one thing because it's hard. When I think like a few weeks ago is when I'm like, you know what, I'll get back into doing the stand because I've always wanted to do stand up and now I have a consistent work schedule so I know what days I can go to a mic. Right. I'm like, okay, let me go to a mic. And I try to find them. I can't find them online. Like you have to like talk to someone to find out from someone.
I even think they took the bureau down. Remember the Comedy Bureau?
That's done. Yeah. I went there and I couldn't. I'm like, oh, there's all Zoom online. I'm like, where are the ones I know this? And then I don't know of any of them. And then out of nowhere, they'll post a picture and they're at a park. I'm like, how?
I'm not doing any Zooms.
Yeah,
I won't do any Zooms. I've had people that complain too much about Zoom, even though, from what I understand, some people are getting paid to do Zooms.
Which I don't. Yeah, actually, I know a friend. My friend Reem. Reem Medan. She did Zoom shows for like colleges, and I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's some people getting paid off of Zooms because some of these people that are asking you to do Zooms already have a following online. So they've been online doing Twitch and whatever else.
Yeah.
So they come in with an audience already. So their audience is actually like Cash Apping and Venmoing people. You know what I mean? That comics that come on there. So for some, it's a benefit. But if you starting off fresh, online trying to do Zooms, I don't think
that's the worst.
It's the worst.
Especially if you're a brand new. If you just started stand up and you started with Zoom.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like that's so far from. I feel like that's not even bombing.
It's worse than bombing.
Is it?
It's worse than bombing from what I hear.
No.
Yeah.
But if you're new...
Because the thing about it, like Zoom, there is too much of a delay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that not only there's too much of a delay, but the fact that is that, I mean, who knows if you have an audience or not? You know what I'm saying?
True. I think I mean more like the feeling... I guess like the performances or whatever are... very lower because it's hard to be funny. But the feeling you get. So would you rather bomb in front of like the Improv open mic, like 50 people?
Yeah.
Or really?
Yeah. Yes. All day. I would stay there and tell all my jokes and no one ever laughs. I feel better about myself than getting on Zoom. You know what I'm saying?
Being in front of 40 people, you're fine bombing, but on Zoom, you're like, no.
Never. Because it's like, because the thing about it, at least you can see the facial expressions of people at the Improv to say, okay, well, that joke didn't really work. With Zoom, like, you really don't get to see nothing, but maybe like a towel of people, you know what I'm saying? It's like this, I don't know, it's weird. I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
I'm glad I'm never going to do a Zoom mic or show.
No, never.
I'll just go out to a park.
Zoom stock has gone up a whole lot since then.
Oh my God. I think the best tweet I've heard during quarantine, one of them was Skype had a 3-1 lead to Zoom and blew it.
They really did, bro. They did. Skype had. You're right.
They had such a good lead.
They
Like
had-
everyone's like Skype out of nowhere.
It's almost like when the Warriors won 73 games
Yeah,
one
the-
year.
That's what they
When they said
compared
the
it to.
championship was up 3-1 with the Cavaliers.
Then
and
LeBron was like, no.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm taking over.
Yeah, that's how Skype was. Skype was in the league for like 30 years. You know what I'm saying? It's been in movies, it's been in everywhere.
It
Everybody's
really
been
has.
talking about Skype. And then Zoom was like, yeah, we got something better.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It became part of pop culture real quick. But yeah, man, you know, I think, but I mean, realistically though, I think the way our world and society is going right now, it is going online. So you got to figure out something to do online because you can't rely. I don't think you're going to be able to rely so much on the person-person interaction as much as we used to. Now it's going to be online.
You're talking about mics or just like
Just
outlet in general? Like,
just in general.
but I know for me, I've been trying to like more like, you know, funny sketches or whatever here just to. I'm on Twitch now for my gaming, for streaming.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying different avenues, but I feel like stand-up is going to come back and be stand-up.
Right.
Eventually. I don't know when, maybe a month, maybe a year.
Right.
But I feel like we're going to go back to being like, all right, here's the Comedy Store mic and the improv mic and all that.
Yeah. That might be a while though.
Really?
Hell yeah.
What do you think of what? Like,
Cause man, California. First of all, California don't want us to do nothing.
that's
You know what I'm saying?
actually really true.
California is like, no. Let me tell you this: just get your asses in the house. Don't come outside. Don't do nothing. It's
Yeah,
almost
really.
like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like being on punishment as a kid again. You know what I'm saying? And we all
For
just looking
real.
out the window like, Mom, can I go
Yeah.
outside now? And she like,
I wanna
hell
go
no.
out there.
Yeah. And the governor is like, look, if you keep asking me, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. I'm telling you, man. I'm a
It
kid.
really
looking
feels
out the
like it,
window.
man.
Yeah.
I think someone posted a picture of like it's like a tent outside and there's like people eating.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm confused. So I can't eat inside, but I can eat inside as long as the inside is outside. Okay, got it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And we sit up here looking out the window at Atlanta, Florida, you know what I'm saying, and all these places that are like literally in the strip clubs having fun and popping
For
bottles.
real. That's why everyone's
T.I.
moved home.
T.I. had an album release party in the club. You like, wow.
You can do that now?
Yeah. You like, Dad, can I go outside yet? I'm like, no.
There's nothing, dude.
Stay your ass in the house.
Yeah,
You're
we're
gonna get
good.
sick. You're gonna die.
I work at a restaurant now and it's all outdoor.
Yeah.
So I'm like a host and like we have a patio and then it was like windy the other day. And there's people out there that still come. It's like windy and fucking we have umbrellas and the heaters, but
Wow.
still like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Because they trying to find, man, because they stuck, man, I'm telling you, this shit is like solitary confinement, man.
Well, that's why I feel like it is confinement. I agree completely, but I feel like maybe a year from now, let's say everything's back, live comedy, everything's 100 back. People are going to be more than ever wanting to first get out the house and go do something fun.
Right.
And I feel like comedy is going to have a big fucking wave of like,
Non-comics.
what?
Non-comics.
Or not even that, but like
People
audience.
that have been sitting in the room laughing at themselves the whole fucking time. They're like, I'm funny. I'm going to go try this
I
shit.
can't wait to do this shit.
I can't wait.
And then they bomb one time. They're like, oh, this doesn't feel good.
Man, I'm telling you, I know for a fact that there's going to be a wave of that because it's not going to be a wave of that, but we've got a wave of new life coaches, yoga coaches, you know what I'm saying, stock coaches.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it's a lot of, do-it-yourself type people out there nowadays, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely there's going to be a whole nother wave of stand-up comics that's going to come out and they're going to get that.
There's definitely a big wave. I think also a big wave of audiences. Like the first few months of stand-up being like improv, Comedy Store, all the comedy clubs open.
Oh, yeah.
The first month or two of that, people are just going to flood to there because they're going to be like, I need to go out. I want to laugh. I'm in fucking depressed for 8 months. I need to go out.
Yeah.
I feel like that audiences are going to fucking... Same with restaurants. When restaurants fully open back up,
Yeah.
or bars or whatever, people are going to just
Oh,
like, dude, I need to go have a drink. I need to go out to a fucking bar.
yeah. I need to own me a bar around that time.
For real. It'd be
Yeah.
making money, dude.
Own a bar.
I
Some kind of bar.
Any bar?
Any bar.
Dive bar or like a popular
I
bar?
don't know. Anything that had chicks.
Yeah. That's the only way. I don't want no profit. No profit. Just chicks.
Just chicks, right? Yeah. I mean, you need a bar. You don't need a bar. You don't need drinks. Because there's going to be a lot of people that's going to flood but there's going to be a new wave of alcoholics too. From what I hear, there's a lot of drug users now, new drug users, new alcoholics and shit like that. So.
Fucking quarantine, you really found out about yourself. People really had to like, especially that first month or two when you were like lockdown with the grocery stores with lines and like you really found out like if you were kind of like, oh, I'm a little bit sad.
Right.
You were depressed.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't like the inability to be like free. Even like now, there's still like you can't be like free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you go into the grocery store, you still gotta like some Trader Joe's have where you gotta walk around the entire store
really
just to get to the register. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta follow the line and shit like that. It's like, come on, man. To me, I'm like, let me walk around the store. Like if I want to go to this aisle, to that aisle, you know what I mean?
Let me just do my
thing. But now it's like, oh no, you gotta follow a particular type of order, and it's crazy because I go to some restaurants and they have everything boarded up outside, especially here in LA. You know what I mean? They got everything boarded up outside in LA, and out they got like a table, they got all the plexiglass and stuff like that, trying to, you know what I'm saying? And then some mysterious person comes out of the door and like, yes. Can I help you? And you're like, damn, I just came to get fried rice.
Yeah, I don't want all this, man. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's too much for me sometimes.
Nah,
I don't like it.
I feel you, man. It's crazy time that we're in. I remember I told, I think it was a Jared E or someone, but like 20 years from now, we're going to look back at like this year.
Yeah.
And be like, 2020, what the fuck was that? Like, we had to wear a mask? Like, what the fuck? And when things finally go back to normal and, like, schools and everything, it's going to be, like, such a weird time in our lives that we're going to be like, dude, I wasted, like, if you had a birthday this year, it shouldn't even count. Like, it's like, what the fuck did we do?
I had a birthday this year, too.
I did, too.
During the summertime. I was supposed to go to Miami.
Hey, when's your birthday?
July 4th.
Oh shit, June 28th. Man,
I was supposed to go to Miami for my birthday, bro. Literally, I had it planned, and then like I was leading right up to the few days before, and then Florida was like, yeah, y'all not coming to these beaches. Stay your ass out of Florida. Don't even think about it.
You should have went to Vegas, man. That's where I went on my birthday in June 28th, and it was open.
And I wanted to go to Miami, bro. I wanted to go to Miami, but then Florida was like, no, don't bring your sick asses out here.
Yeah.
We got spiked. I mean, literally, I was watching the news every day. And it was
Florida was like,
yeah, we got 30,000 new cases. And then the next day, Tuesday, we got 45,000 new cases. I'm like, that's 75,000.
There's like 1,000 people at the beach, like a picture of, I'm like, what are y'all doing right now?
Right up leading up to July 4th. Everybody was on the beach, man. I'm telling you, like, 4 days before July 4th, everybody was on the beach hanging out, half naked and shit like that. I was like, oh, I'm finna go, man. I can't wait to go to Miami. About to go to clubs. I had got a hotel right there on the motherfucking by the Miami Strip or whatever that shit is. Like, like near everything. In the middle of shit. I was like, nigga, I'm finna go have fun. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, 2 days before, Miami and Florida was like, no, sorry.
No, thank you.
Not today. Not this weekend. Sorry. July 4th, we know it's gonna be everybody from everywhere, from California, Texas, and wherever else, because y'all see us out here having a good time.
Yeah.
We don't want y'all sick
asses. Only place open, and then we all flood.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I was pissed.
Fuck, man.
I had to cancel my flight. Man, I canceled at least 4 flights this year. I got like $900 of airline credit right now. 2021 is going to be my year to travel. Got $900 worth of airline credit. It's fucking bullshit, man.
I got to cancel 4 flights this year.
Hell yeah. 4 flights, man. I can't believe this. But 2021?
At least you have all that credit, though.
Yeah.
Nothing go off.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about it, like, some of the airlines gave me up until December of next year. Spirit on cheap ass was like, yeah, you got until March.
That sounds like that.
Like, what?
You got another month.
Come on,
maybe.
Man. Yeah. You got 30 days. It's like, what? You kidding me? But yeah, man, it's been crazy.
Fuck, man.
So you went to Vegas?
Yeah, I drove there. I went there twice this year.
Already?
First time before, right when I got back from China.
Okay.
I went with this girl I was dating, but then that was before COVID. Like people knew like COVID was COVID.
Right.
And then at one time on my birthday in June, which like COVID was kind of over. We were like I remember we got to Vegas and we didn't have to wear a mask.
Right.
So it was like that point, that transition where we didn't have to wear it.
Uh-huh.
And that was dope, man. I fucking did. It's my birthday, so we got like a dope ass room at the Cosmo with a hot tub in the room, a view.
I heard it was cheap.
Yeah, it was cheaper than you like before. I mean, it's still a couple $100.
Yeah.
But I looked at it like normally, and it was way more money.
Right.
But it was still fucking.
Because Wynn, from what Wynn was giving away rooms for like $150 a night or $100 a night.
Yeah, if you find a room, you can find deals out there. You can find deals, bro.
Crazy. So did you gamble?
Yeah, I didn't win much.
He said, "Yeah, I did win much."
I lost.
Yeah.
I always do a $50 limit. Like for me, it's like 50.
Uh-huh.
I'll go from there. If I win money, I keep going. If I lose 50, that's my cap.
What was you playing?
So I used to play blackjack, but I've been doing roulette now.
Roulette?
That's been more of my. I just do that.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you know how to count cards on blackjack?
No, at one point.
You Vegas,
hold on.
No.
But I didn't watch a movie that inspired me to count cards. And then for like a week, in my mind, I was all in for counting cards. I studied. I was like, yo, I'm in this. I watched that movie. You've ever seen 21?
21,
yeah. I watched that, and then after that, I'm like, I'm smart, dude. I can do this. I just started looking it up. Yeah,
I think they can do everything.
I just started counting cards for like, I think it was like 2 weeks straight. I just like, my mom's like, "What are you doing?" "Nothing, Mom." I'm just like counting. And then I remember I just gave up. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this anymore.
But you know the trick though with Vegas though with counting cards.
No.
So they made it impossible.
Oh, they use more decks.
No, they use machines. The machines is what keeps the count off.
I thought it was.
No, if you use more, I mean, if you use more decks, you just add more value.
Yeah.
To it. But the thing is like once they shuffle and they convert it to whatever, they put it back in the machine automatically shuffles it again. So you'll never be able to
I don't think they do that with.
Yeah, the machines automatically.
But they have to finish a deck first. They can't. We have to get the same card again.
No, you won't. Because it keeps shuffling. The random shuffling is what keeps the count off.
But I think I don't know any of this.
Because see, the thing is, what happens is, like, as you're dealing, like, if I just had a deck of cards, you'll know how many, like, kings and queens and stuff I would have in my hand. And then I can pick them back up and I'll shuffle them again. It's still the same amount, whatever. But it's the same amount still in that thing. But the problem is that it constantly randomly shuffle. So that's where the error there's no error within that.
Well, did they just start doing that after the movie came out?
Yeah, definitely. That's why whenever I play blackjack, I always play against where the dealer has to shuffle because that's a human error. So if you ever shuffle a deck of cards yourself, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to shuffle perfectly.
Yeah.
So you can get the cards in the same order within that because there's a human error.
Oh, you play blackjack. You watch that movie too.
No, this is something that I figured out besides the movie though. Like I watched the movie and I was like, okay, I get that. But I won't play against the machines because the machines are the ones that just randomly, constantly, it's constant shuffling. Yeah. So it never stops. So, but human error is where you win.
Okay.
Human error.
I gotta talk to. I know if you know Mike Perkins, he's a blackjack dealer.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to him like, yo, what's the secret?
There's no secret.
I didn't know what money.
Yeah, I mean, when I play blackjack, I just, I don't consider it counting cards. I just go off a gut feeling a lot of times.
Yeah.
And then I do pay attention to what's being played. I mean, everybody does.
Yeah, I don't like.
It's part of the rules.
I do too, but I don't like that. I remember one time I played blackjack and like people get upset if you do the wrong play.
Right.
That bothers me so much.
Yeah.
I'm already there, and then I'm like, oh, let me you give me chips and you can't touch it. Like at the same time you can't. I'm already, oh shit, my bad. Like already kind of like freaked out, and then I'm about to make a play and I do the wrong thing. The guy's like, oh, what the fuck, man?
You're not supposed to take that card, man.
I was like, I'm here to have fun.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? Take that card, man. I got an 11 or whatever. I got a 16. I see it's a bunch of low cards. I mean, give him a hit.
Yeah.
You're like, no, you're supposed to let the dealer hit that.
And then they get the card because if you did that dumb thing, they get mad at you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to play roulette. No one gets mad at me in roulette.
Nobody gets mad.
Yeah, I can just do that.
So who's the random white guy that you walk?
Oh, I have white people.
Yeah, watch out, man.
Just a random white guy
Yeah.
just walks out.
I was like, yo, midway through this, bro, just walk out.
Yeah.
Make your presence be known.
Exactly. He's just random. He's like, oh shit, am I finna get killed? And you bought me to get murdered on camera.
Nah,
A
bro.
new social experiment
I know.
during
Let me see
quarantine.
what I can do with this, man.
New social experiment during quarantine. I get it.
Well, shifting back to comedy is what's your process for writing a joke?
Oh shit. I don't write.
I had a feeling.
Why you say that, man?
You write on stage?
A lot of times, for me, the process of going through a joke is like I come up with the idea or the premise of it, and then usually when I'm driving, a lot of the time I come up with the story in my
Is
head.
that how you drive?
Yeah, so I'm
Just
like,
swerve.
you know what? That'll work. That'll work. While as I'm driving and hit the red light, bam. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? And then when the green light hit, they're like, nah, I shouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying?
That's really not funny now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll be driving some more, and I'll be thinking, oh shit, I still got food to deliver. Oh fuck, you know what I mean? So a lot of times, yeah, this is why I'm either like driving a lot. That's why I think I come up with a lot of ideas. And then yeah, sometimes like on stage is okay, like maybe thinking it through. But that's the problem too. Is like when the world was open, you was able to hit like maybe 5 different mics.
Yeah.
So you can work it out
You
completely.
can legit in one night go to like 4 mics and find out like, oh, this bit was not funny, then it was kind of okay, now it's funny.
Yeah,
All in one night, kind of figured like the wording out.
yeah.
And now that's why one of the reasons I didn't want to go back is because I feel like I take 1 or 2 mics a week that are good probably, or not
Yeah.
even that.
Yeah,
And it's hard to get a good read on a bit
right.
if you're at a park doing it for people that aren't like you can't.
Yeah, it's not fluid enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't flow right because if you only can do like 1 mic a night or 2 mics a night or whatever, and then sometimes those mics don't happen every single week.
Yeah. Then you're like, fuck. That's why I was like, but then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to it, do as many as I can. That way, when things open up, I don't have that phase of like the first month trying to find your footing and being like, oh fuck, I had to figure out comedy again.
Right.
I can already have it figured out by fucking performing at a park to no one or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
having
yeah.
that out of the way.
Yeah.
That's why I've been doing that, or I'm gonna start doing that Wednesday. I think there's a mic in Brentwood.
Brentwood?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's what Andy told me about. It's like there's a mic in Brentwood and a show after it. So I was like, okay, I'll check it out.
That's cool. I haven't heard that one. So like at a house or something probably.
I think so. I don't like.
A lot of people doing backyard shit too.
Yeah, like there's backyard, and I want to start a mic out here. I feel like I can
Probably good.
start a good
I mean, you
one.
can start one anywhere now. And people will show up because there's a lot of comics looking for shit.
Yeah.
So it's real. I mean, it's kind of easy to start one. You just gotta, once you start bringing in the people. I mean,
I feel like I can do a pretty good job hosting because I hosted my own mic. I know kind of the things to do it. I can promote it. I just need to buy the mic and the equipment. If I can do that, I'm like, I can start a good mic in Glendale somewhere.
yeah. You probably get a lot of Armenians there.
For real though.
Do you know what?
There's a bar on like Brand, like the strip here, and they wanted me to start one there.
Okay.
One of the comics like, yo, they wanted me to do it, but
Outside?
yeah, it was. This is before COVID, but it has like an outdoor area, and
Okay.
they wanted me to do a mic there every Sunday.
Which one?
Tavern on Brand.
Tavern on Brand.
I don't know if they ever started the mic, but I know I didn't do it. They're like, yo, you want to do it? I was like, nah, I'm okay. And then I don't know what happened, but
Well, I mean, I think a lot of places right now are probably looking for people to, do some outside shit.
To bring
because
some-
that's what the Mint was doing. They was doing outside stuff.
mhm.
But I think somebody ratted them out. You know what I mean? So that's why we got to be incognito in LA. You're like, shh.
And that sounds like that's so. I mean, I get this is so dumb. Like, let us do comedy, man. Like, we have one time a week we have a good mic somewhere.
Even when you go to the comedy store, though, the comedy store is so strict about how you sit and watch the show. They like, You got to sit right here. Wherever you're going to sit, you can't move. You can't get up and talk to anybody. You can't go to other tables. You can't do any of that. So you got to come with your group. And your group has to sit at whatever table that they're at, and can't nobody do nothing else. You can't do anything else. So the Comedy Store is real strict on what they do, because I think they got shut down once too already, but they opened back up. Yeah. But they're more strict about what you can't do, because they did a Crack 'em Up anniversary. And as soon as we walk in, they're like, yeah, you can't talk to nobody. You go to your table, can't hug, can't shake hands, can't do none of that. As soon as we went to the back, we was like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. We went to the other tables, hey, man, how's it going? And they came right over there, was like, hey, you can't do that. You got to go sit down. Like,
back to your table.
Right. And then I was like, man, why you getting me in trouble? Go sit your ass down at your table. You know what I mean? One of them kind of things.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, man, you know, it's that's why I was saying you got to do shit online now. You got to come up with, like, you know, people are doing more sketches.
Yeah. That's a big thing that I've seen lots of people do.
Yeah, a lot of sketches, you know, their own, the reaction videos and shit like that they got out nowadays. I'm just trying to look for something that people are not really, like, doing, because I see so much of the same thing.
I was going to do reaction videos, and I see everyone doing them. I got to find something that a lot of people aren't really doing.
They're not doing that.
Yeah, they're not burping like that. Morning coffee burping.
Right, yeah, they're not doing that. That seems very rare.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the random white guy again.
Hey. my roommate, the random white guy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, man, it's just trying to figure out, like, what to do now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what everybody else is not doing. Because I think, I was telling another comic this, I was like, that's what, I don't want to get trapped in that. Like, you know, with everybody being at home, it seems like everybody's going to come up with the same kind of routine. You know, everybody's going to talk about the same thing.
That's what I feel like, too. Like, when I didn't do mics right when COVID, like, mics were outdoor, but I feel like everyone had the same, like, you know, this COVID thing, man. Yeah, I was just at home watching that. I started watching a whole bunch of Netflix, and I feel like
a lot of porn.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be everyone is going to have a COVID bit.
Right.
And I feel like everyone thinks that their bit is unique.
Yeah.
And I feel like I legit have a unique one because I was in China when COVID happened. But even then, I feel like, no, you know, it's going to be the same kind of thing, though. Like, I experienced the same feelings, but just in China.
Right.
But I don't know.
But I mean, that's a different experience, though.
It was different.
In China. It was like Trump telling it's a China virus.
Yeah.
It's a China virus.
It was a whole thing, filming the movie and being trapped like 50 American actors in a hotel and fights breaking out because people are like that, like, just like, we gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Like,
are you serious?
Yeah, they fucking not my roommate, my next door neighbor, in the group chat, someone said something, and then someone made a sarcastic comment. It was like 50 people in the group chat made like a sarcastic comment, and was like, well, you shouldn't be doing that in the first place. But like, if people were throwing M80s out the window for Chinese New Year, they were throwing them out the window, like, don't do that. And then we apologized for it, like, something, I don't know who did it, and then one person said, well, if you did it, just be a mature adult and don't fucking do it again. Like, which is exactly what you should say.
Yeah.
And they went to this guy's room and just jumped him. Well, the guy, they went there, he said, yo, where's, forgot his name, I think Topher, I forgot, but they went there, he's like, oh, it's my roommate. They pushed him out and they started punching him, and then he tackled one guy, and he got headlocked by the other guy.
Oh, wow.
And then I went out there. I saw them on the floor, so I pushed him off. My other guy went there, and he, like, was a huge dude, and threw him off.
God damn.
And then, but he had passed out. He, like, choked out. Then he got back up, and then we took all our fifth floor, and we went to the third floor, and we were just like, yo, what the motherfucker? Who did that? And it was like a crazy...
So we went from upstairs to downstairs.
We went to the fifth, and our whole group went to the third floor. And we knocked on everyone's door, like, yo, what up, motherfucker? And we were like that to their whole group, because that was the group that came after our group. So we were both, like, territorial, I guess.
Yeah. This is like a WWE SummerSlam.
Like, dude, and then we were just there. They went out there, who the fuck did that? And we were, like, there with, like, our big guys. Like, we had, like, the biggest people there.
Andre the Giant type.
Yeah, now we're like, yo, we're ready to go. And then they were on edge, and we were on edge. Then we went to the Chow, and people, like, were on edge, and, like, legit bringing their canteens, like the metal canteens, being like, yo, no one's gonna fuck with me. Like, shit. It was that.
Did anybody get shanked?
No, but just jumped. Another fight almost broke out.
God damn. Sound like a prison fight.
Yeah, it was like a weird. But I realized people felt that thing because they weren't sure if they're going to go back to the U.S.
Oh,
We were
shit.
trapped in a hotel
Oh,
in China,
yeah.
10 miles away from North Korea, like a very
Ooh.
small town, like no one, very small.
Yeah.
And we were finding out about the COVID virus. We were getting days off of work. We're not getting paid anymore, or like we're getting off day pay. So they're like, "Oh, we're not going to film today. We're not going to film." It's like 4 or 5 days in a row.
Oh, wow.
Like, what the fuck? We're out here to make money. Now we're not making as much money.
Yeah.
And hey, wait, we can't leave now. And then like all of it bottled into like 50 American actors in the hotel.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck,
It was like,
man.
yeah, we're gonna send your ass to North Korea.
Yeah, for real. Like, fuck, man.
What if they would have sent you to North Korea?
I was stationed in South Korea, so I was like, might as well.
You
I
ain't
was-
getting out of North.
Yeah, I wasn't.
You ain't getting out the North. Motherfuckers gonna keep you there.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds exactly about right. I was like, I'm not leaving that shit, bro.
Damn, China, boy. There's no way man.
Yeah, I don't
China.
want to go. They wanted to film again this year, and I was like, let me know if you guys do it. I may go and may not, because I don't want to go there and be like, oh, COVID wave 2. And I'm like, fuck, I can't leave. Fucking stuck in China, bro.
Damn, bro. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, it
Out
was
there in China, crazy, causing chaos.
for real. Well, it was some shit where it's like, I just feel like everyone had, well, not that specific, but everyone is coming out of quarantine with their new bit, but it's gonna be like everyone's
Right.
COVID. But then again, it'll feel weird to talk about anything else. Like when I go on stage Wednesday, it'll feel inauthentic to go on stage and be like, "Well, I was dating this girl," and like it's like, no, we're in COVID.
Right. People want to hear about their COVID.
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know.
But I mean, the thing about it though, it means like still like do you wear it out, to the wheels fall off type shit, or do you just really like, you know what? Let me switch it up and just be personable in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think that's. I mean, I have some what we call COVID jokes or whatever, quarantine jokes or whatever, but it kind of like pertains to a little bit of personal at the same time. It's not like, well, all these. I don't want to run down a bunch of statistics to people and be like, hey, this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to still be able to be myself in a sense and still talk about the things that affected me within that.
Yeah.
Without having to Donald Trump and COVID and all that. It's like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a lot of political jokes either, though. So, because so many people are probably talking about Donald Trump at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a good point.
Yeah, you see when he lost, everybody was out on the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like we won the championship or something. Yeah. It's like the Democrats won the championship, baby. Yeah.
I see people on top of cars and Los Feliz. I'm like, y'all doing it?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't showing no titties, so what you doing that for? But, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, the Lakers and the Dodgers won the championship this year, which is great.
Yeah.
And then Biden brought it home. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like.
That's a good
That's what
point.
it looked like.
I think an
Sleepy Joe.
ongoing celebration.
This nigga Donald Trump called him Sleepy Joe. That's hilarious, man. I don't care what anybody say, bro. He called him Sleepy Joe, bro. That's his shit.
That's such a good name.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, that's the kind of president we had, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what
Sleepy
anybody
Joe.
He was funny. He was funny.
That's one thing. He was like,
He was funny.
he was the first one. I think Dave Chappelle talked about it, calling it, was it the Kung Fu?
Like,
Like, that's funny. It's not. It's very quote unquote offensive for everyone, whatever.
Right.
But that's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, I think I watched the first debate, and when I was watching it, it was funny as hell because Donald Trump told him, he was like, you stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know you went to college, but you was at the low of your class. And nobody don't even know you. So he was clowning him the whole time. I was like, man, this is not like... I remember when he first ran for president, and he had that first debate, and he was like, the dude got small hands. You know what they say about small hands.
Yeah.
So he wasn't coming in there to be like a president.
No,
Yeah.
I legit think that he did it as like a joke or like a hoax or like kind of like not knowing, doing it to get publicity, but not thinking he was gonna win.
Yeah.
And then he won. He's like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's what and then he just went all the way like, I'm the best, because he had to, because it was. I didn't think he like legit was like, I'm gonna be president. I'm gonna do this and change that. He was like, I'm gonna run for it. It's gonna be fucking dope. I'm gonna fucking
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah.
be funny.
Oh yeah.
And then he won, and he's like, "Fuck, dude."
Yeah,
That's honestly what I
Yeah,
think.
I think he. Yeah, I don't think he was like. I think he knew he can steal camera time. I think he knew he
Yeah,
can steal
for
camera
sure,
time by
for
talking
sure.
shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So he talked a lot of shit about everybody. That's what he was hoping for. But yeah, I don't know if he was really concentrating on like being a president.
yeah,
He was like, if I win this shit, cool. If I don't, at least they know who I am.
yeah. It wasn't like a big
Yeah.
like, and someone like if they lost, like my whole life is I'm trying to do that, and I want to make, I gotta get to there and do that, and
Right. I got to
they're
change laws
devastated.
and things
They're
like that. Right. Yeah.
devastated. I
Yeah.
think he would have been like, shit, all right, cool.
Because I mean, the thing about it is like, even when he lost, he was like, I got like over 70 million votes.
yeah,
Never by another president. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, this shit reminded me of like WWF. He was like, oh yeah, brother, you know, type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Especially when he got COVID. He was like, I
Yeah.
beat that shit in 3 days.
I do remember that you beat him.
Yeah.
Beat that shit 3 days. I'm like,
Yeah. He's like, I beat that shit in 3 days. Don't let this shit ruin your life. Because it didn't ruin mine. Fuck COVID. He might as well just say that.
for real.
You know what I'm saying? In front of everybody. He's like, fuck COVID.
What is what is the worst time you bombed?
Let me see. Oh, I would say one time I was doing this show in North Hollywood. And I was doing my jokes. And there was this old black lady sitting there. She was just looking at me. A couple of people was laughing or whatever. It was a nice little audience. But she wasn't laughing. And then when I would look at her, she was like, that's not funny. I was like, okay, all right. But everybody else was laughing. She was like, yeah, but it's not funny though. I was like, oh shit. I was like, so what you think you can do better? You know what I mean? So I challenged her. She was like, yeah. I was like, all right, well come on stage then. So she came on stage. I was like, all right, give me a one-liner. And she stood there and she was like, I was like, exactly. Now go sit your ass down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was probably like the worst time I had on stage.
Really?
Because
I legit thought you were telling the story, and in my mind, I thought you were gonna be like, and she went on stage and she fucking crushed. I thought that would have been it. I'm like, you're right. That would be pretty bad.
Nah,
That doesn't seem too bad. Well,
it was bad because I kind of let her have it a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying, like
where it got kind of awkward for the crowd.
Yeah, it kind of got awkward because I'm like, look, you know, you trying to ruin me, and it's not fair. So I kind of like got like a little deep on her a little bit, like, you know, I'm up here trying to, you know, just tell some jokes and have fun, and here you go, ruin the shit.
That's not funny. It's like worse than
Yeah,
not funny.
it's not funny. It's just not funny. She said it to me like 3 times. I was like, all right, look. The little bald head ass gonna get up here and tell me some jokes then shit.
Those are the worst people where I was doing a show at the Ha Ha Comedy Club, but when like you see everyone kind of like, it's hard to see in that room anyway, but where you see everyone kind of like at least laughing, but then that one person just like that.
Right.
And those are the people that I see and I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like doing a bit, and in the middle of my bit, I'm thinking like, they're not gonna like this. That one person is not gonna like this bit.
Yeah, I think that's probably like the only worst time I really, as far as like having, I mean, because any other time I can kind of like work through it a little bit.
Yeah, I think.
But when I got
How long have
that,
you been doing stand up for?
almost 4 years.
Okay,
4 years
same
now.
as me, about like 3.5.
Close to 4. So yeah, man, I think that's probably like. Other than that, I can deal with all the silence. You know what I'm saying?
That gets easier.
Yeah, it gets easier because I mean, it just allows me to like continue to work on my energy.
Yeah.
But
or just dealing with that uncomfortableness.
Yeah, I can
like just being like, I tried a joke, it didn't work, or just like inside being like, it's not as painful as like the first week where you're bombing.
Yeah.
And you're like driving home and like, I want to quit. Like, I think I'm done. I can't do this.
That's the new wave of comics. The ones that got to deal
with
that shit.
And I can't wait.
Oh my God, they're gonna hop off to these open mics and these comics are not gonna be laughing at them. They're gonna like
crush.
They're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm gonna go back to selling insurance.
my favorite.
This one young dude that I met recently, his ass was like, yeah, I work in aerospace. I was like, the fuck you doing in
Yeah.
comedy?
You're good already, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You not about to realize you ain't about to make no money, especially in LA. You ain't about to make no money. About to go around to all these open mics, sit here for like 3-4 hours,
For real.
and probably get like 5 minutes of stage time.
If that's good.
Yeah.
5 is good.
You better wake your ass up at 5 in the morning every day and go to that goddamn aerospace job. At least you know you're gonna get paid. So yeah, man.
Fuck. Yeah, I can't wait. One of my favorite things, New Year's, I would host the mic at Flappers, but at New Year's, we get like January, first week of January, is a wave of New Year comics.
Oh, yeah, I hear about that.
And I love it because I would be hosting, and like the day after New Year's, and I see all new faces. And I'm like, I said on stage, like, I can tell all of you are new because you just have so much optimism in your eyes. Like, you guys look so happy. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
can't wait. And then like, it's just funny. It's something funny about seeing someone's dreams crushed.
Oh my god.
Because
It's
I mean,
crazy.
if you can go and go back and keep going, you know,
Yeah.
fucking do it.
Right.
But something about that first, like, it's like if you're like a boxer and you're like in the ring fighting someone,
Yeah.
and then like you're prepared, and then they hit you and they hit you hard. Like, oh shit, that was hard. Like, man, he hits hard.
Yeah.
And then it's one of those things where you're like, fuck,
Yeah.
stand up is hard.
Yeah. It's real hard. It's real hard. Yeah, man. I think it's hard in a sense, especially when those, like you said, all the optimism that comes along with it, and they're like, yeah, you know, my uncle thinks I'm funny. You know what I mean? My little brother thought that little video I got on TikTok got
Yeah.
like 20,000 views, hits, and 10,000 likes on it. I'm finna go on this stage.
Or when people are funny in groups,
Yeah.
and they're like social groups, like, oh, he's really funny, and
Yeah.
then they're like, he should do stand up, and I'm like, maybe, but also, just so you know, it's very different.
Right.
And I try to tell them that my friend, they tell him he's really funny. Like, we should take him to your mic and like have him go up. I'm like, okay, like, I'm cool, but it's different.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna kill him. All right, just ate shit for 3 minutes. Just bombed and
Confidence level, like,
never came back. You know, and every minute he was up there, I was like, just loving him. It's like, oh yeah.
Oh my god. The thing is, they don't understand that like a lot of comics is ready to like either judge you and just like tell you the shit that either like not funny or just don't have a response for you.
Yeah.
And that right there eats at the fact of like, it eats at your confidence.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? Your securities and everything else. You're like,
Yeah.
shit, where's my mama at? I need a hug. I
Yeah.
need a kiss or something. Somebody.
Knowing that like comics
Come
are in the
run me.
room that don't like either don't like you or don't think you're funny or aren't listening.
Right.
It's a big thing
Because
too.
they're paying attention to their other shit.
Yeah,
Whatever else.
and you just
Or they
have an
automatically break
idea.
out their phone.
You have an idea of what you think comedy is, and then you go on stage and you see 25 people with their phones out,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Fuck, no one
Paying
even
attention.
cares
Yeah.
right now."
No one cares.
And
yeah.
knowing that, like, after you're a decent comic, you have to like say something, get them off the phone, and then like keep them engaged, make
Right.
an inside joke about the whatever, anything to
Yeah.
get them listening.
Yeah.
And then you try to do something,
Right.
and even then you're probably gonna fail.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Fail anymore. Fail anymore. Fail anymore. You keep failing. You're like, shit, do I even
Yeah.
want to do this?
yeah,
That's what it comes down to is like you fail. You can fail so many times. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Doing this because there is a lot of smart comics out there, man, and they come up with some clever ass jokes.
yeah.
And sometimes, it goes over people's head or whatever, or you don't pay attention to it enough. But I mean, it's a lot of competition out there, man, as far as like the way to tell a joke. You know?
Yeah.
And you got a lot of comics that are, looking for that late night time, that Conan type shit.
Yeah, the type.
You know what
Type
I mean?
5
Type
and-
5,
yeah.
where it's very smart, and extremely clever when it comes to like how to, set it up, and then, the punchline and all that is just like, oh wow, that's dope. Hey, random white guy number 2.
Oh yeah, I thought it was Ivan again.
He's the actual Caucasian
2
one.
random white guys.
Yeah.
in
I
this
legit thought you were
episode.
Ivan for a second.
I live here though.
He has the knife. The other one has
Yeah.
the gun. He has the rope.
It's all planned out, man.
Right. Yeah, man. So that's like, and you got to make sure that, whatever you do is just natural to you and whatever else. And, don't get affected by a lot of that kind of stuff. Because I remember like my first open mic that I did was at the Improv in Hollywood,
Mhm.
and when I got there, it was a whole shit. I mean, it wasn't a lot of people, but it was enough.
Mhm.
But it was during the time when you had to write your name in the book.
Okay.
So by the time I got up there, it was probably like 4 people at the bar.
You're the
two-
last.
2
Yeah.
people sitting there and whatever else. And my then wife at the time was there with me. And
Oh no.
yeah,
How did that
no,
go?
it was cool, I guess, because I was like, I'm new at this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say and kind of thing. But I had an idea in my head of what to say. So I kind of talked about my marriage and cheating and stuff. Got a few laughs at the bar. And then come to find out, like 4 years later, my wife had told somebody that, yeah, he started doing comedy, and I went one time and nobody laughed. I was like, oh.
You always think it's different. I feel like, I don't know, we feel like it's different up there, but
Yeah.
like sometimes we deep inside know like the
Yeah.
truth. Like you probably knew like damn,
I said she
I'm
lying.
not.
There's 3 people at the bar, and 2 of them laughed. What you talking about? Oh, lying ass. Well, I got a divorce from her. She probably gonna watch this and see it.
Yeah, no one's gonna watch it.
I know. Nobody.
No.
Whatever. This shit is gonna go into cyberspace.
Yeah.
And be like, oh shit, he was on there.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
oh god.
What the fuck? It's like okay.
Yeah, about 10 years ago.
No.
Lost in space and shit. Cyberspace. Like, fuck.
Did you do the first
My
thing?
ex-wife probably gonna pull it out. Because she been reading my tweets.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Okay. That's fair.
my god.
She watched the whole hour
Oh
of this.
my god. No, you know what? She don't read them, but she got people that read them. You know what I'm saying? But I think she reads them.
She had. What do you mean? She has people that reads them.
She sent me a couple of screenshots of some shit that I posted on Twitter a couple of times. I was just making jokes about ex stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all got exes.
Oh, okay. Then she thought she was like,
She probably thought I was talking about her because
Yeah.
we had been like, I think it's been like almost close to 4 years now. So
Damn.
this is whole part of the reason why I got into
Yeah.
comedy too, though. You know what I'm saying? Divorce, but.
but then she know it's like a lot of times it's not even like I don't know if it was about her or not, whatever you said, but I feel like a lot of times we just say this to say it.
Oh my god! But I mean, I was just tweeting about ex stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all talk about our exes,
But
right?
it's like, but yeah, it shouldn't be anything specific. Like,
Nah, there's nothing like.
I don't
I
think-
didn't say her name.
yeah, but even if like it is or isn't about her, you're just saying it because you want to get a laugh. You're not maybe even thinking about.
I was just going along with the trending topics of Twitter today. You know what I'm saying? You know how
Yeah.
they got trendy topics on Twitter,
Yeah.
so you use a hashtag and you kind of relate to your personal life in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
And
Or
you're just like,
somewhat.
hey, I want to be relatable.
Yeah, just kind of being relatable a little bit. Not just said my ex this and that, whatever else. And she sent me a bunch of screenshots of that
She
shit.
get mad.
She didn't really get like mad, but she like, why you doing that kind of stuff? Like, it's just jokes. I'm not like talking about you in specific, you know what I'm saying? But she's like, yeah, but I'm your ex.
Which I did that. I was at the Griffith Park, not the Griffith, the zoo right here, the LA Zoo, like right around the corner. And I went there for the first time. I was taking pictures. I had posting pictures of like whatever, like this animal, penguins, whatever. And then I posted a picture of me like this by a trash can. And I said, ran into my ex at the zoo. They got
Oh my god!
because I thought that was so funny to me to be like, it was like a trash can was like just filled up and it looked so cool. And I was like, ran into my ex at the zoo and I thought that was so funny. And then she 100% comment or responded like what the fuck? And I'm like, look it like it's not even like that's just funny to me. It made me laugh.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with how I think of you or whatever. Like, I do not care. I just thought
Like,
that
I know
was,
you're not trash.
yeah.
But,
It
and
just,
who knows I'm talking about you though, right?
yeah.
Like how many exes you got in your life? Since
Exactly.
I've been to junior high, I got a lot of exes.
Yeah.
So I can be talking about my junior high ex. You know what I'm saying? My junior high ex is trash.
Yeah. That's one thing. I want to ask you another one. We talked about your first open mic,
Yeah.
first time you bombed. Do you do acting as well or just comedy?
I've done a little bit of acting.
Or you say you're more of a comedian or an actor?
I want to be comedian, actor, director, actually.
Oh, really?
So that's like the ultimate goal. You know what I mean? Because, you know, comedy is something that I've always loved. You know, I've been watching people like sitcoms, and
Mm-hmm.
been in a few stand-up shows and things like that. You know, greatest of all time, Rich Pryor, of course, got all his whole CD collection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, comedy, do some acting. I've done some sketches lately. You know, I got some on my Instagram or whatever. I'm trying to shoot some more, but this whole COVID shit is ruining a lot of stuff. Like I've been,
Yeah, it's very much.
oh man, I've been trying to hit people up to do stuff, and it's like, yeah, man, my roommate got COVID, so
Yeah, it's just a thing now.
I
Where
can't do nothing. I was like, ah,
even when I started this, it was harder to get people on it because they were very like, oh, it's like the prime of COVID. They're like,
Right.
oh, I don't know about that. I'm like, well, I'm wearing a mask and hand sanitizer everywhere I go.
Right.
All we can, I'm being safe. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't do much. I can't. That's it. If you want to come on it, come on. If you don't,
yeah.
don't. I can't.
I got tested recently, so I'm good.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I ain't got no antibody or nothing. So
I haven't. I don't. Well, I have asthma, so I know if I get it, it'd probably
You
affect
gonna
me
die.
more than
you
normal.
You gonna die.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
You
dead.
gonna affect me more. You gonna die.
But I feel like
Ain't nothing to it, man.
I haven't got tested at all, but I also
Right.
don't think I have it because I, for sure, if I have asthma, I think I would show some type of like
right symptoms.
anything like yo, because my asthma gets bad at times. So
Oh, really?
I'll be
Like
like,
during the wintertime?
yeah, just during
It flares up?
allergy or season changes,
Yeah.
like my allergies kick up, and my allergies and my asthma,
Like herpes?
which yeah, for sure, absolutely. I also have that. No, just and it's weird. I sneeze a lot during all that whole month, and then now I can't even do that or cough because people are like, "Oh,
You can't
motherfucker
sneeze
has
or cough.
COVID."
You can't sneeze or cough?
I mean, I
Wow.
want to and need to,
Oh,
but in public they can't. 'Cause they're like, "Oh, this guy has COVID." I'm like, "No, I just have allergies,
Oh
man."
man, you know, it's crazy being in public now. You know what I'm saying? When anybody gets close to you at all, it's like, oh, it's like
Yeah.
a dodgeball or some shit.
For
like
real
that.
though,
People
man.
are like, it seems as if, you know, people have an excuse to not interact with you anymore now. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, you know, so just don't die.
yeah. I'll do my best not to die. What was wait? Did you go to school for directing or acting or?
Nah, a lot of it, man. A lot of what I've done in my life, in a sense, has been just like self-taught.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
I feel like that's what this new. I don't know if it's like a new generation, but
yeah,
it's all like I learned most of what I know through YouTube.
YouTube.
I learned how to edit Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm
Yeah.
a decent editor. Like
reading a lot of
know-
websites and shit.
all 100% of what I learned to edit, all through YouTube. Like, how do
Yeah.
I make this time thing
Yeah.
like slower? YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I cut that to like all of it? I'm learning through YouTube. I
Yeah.
feel like you can just do so much more doing that shit.
Hell yeah. Because, I mean, realistically, like, if you are a creator, because that's what we do, we create shit. You know what I'm saying? We create jokes, we create storylines, we create sketches, we create this whole fantasy world, in a sense, and entertainment. We create entertainment.
Yeah.
So you don't need to go to school to learn how to create.
No,
Nothing.
that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? I mean, I think if you go to school for any of this kind of stuff, I think you should just go just to learn the terminology of certain things.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
like-
a good point.
Like what boxing is. People don't know what boxing is, or when it comes to like shooting, like cowboy shot and you know all these
Yeah,
types
to get
of
the
shots.
yeah, that's a good point. Like
Yeah.
that specifics and all that. that's good.
Terminology.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you go on set and they were like, you know, we need to box, and you're like, I don't see no boxes.
Yeah, you're like, what is-
what kind of boxes you need? What you need? Like U-Haul boxes or like
Yeah.
shoe boxes? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
what kind of boxing you talking about? So you need like Mike Tyson type
Yeah,
boxes.
it's like, I don't even know. Excuse me? What?
Yeah.
What are doing here?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, for me, I think I just want to learn more terminology of stuff.
Okay.
But other than that, like being creative and things like, I think one thing I do have to do is be disciplined when it comes to writing.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, I mean, I can write. Like I've sat down and I wrote a couple of sketches and whatever else and things like that. But it's just now being disciplined to do it because I don't do it enough.
Yeah.
Because I come up with everything up here, and then because I'm a visual person, so I think visually I put it all together in my head and all that.
And they just go.
Yeah, just spit it out.
I feel like people aren't gonna take
Like Lil
mics.
Wayne.
Yeah. People aren't gonna take mics for granted anymore. I feel when they come back. I mean, I know I did, especially like doing like whatever mics and like I'm gonna write this bit, and you're kind of like I'll just figure it out on stage, or I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And now I feel like once it comes back, I'm gonna be like writing and like I'm gonna be like ready for this whole
Yeah.
fucking thing.
Because I mean, from what I hear, a lot of the some of these cats that have been in this industry for a long time, they keep reminding me like, right,
Yeah.
man, you need to write, because when you learn how to write and when you become disciplined with writing, that's where more opportunities open up for you. You know what I mean? As far as like if you want to get not only into acting, but if you want to get in the writer's room, you know, in some of these places for like the Conan shows and whatever else, or TV shows or Saturday Night Live type stuff. You know, if you're a good writer, that allows you to have more opportunities at the same time.
Yeah.
So that means I just got to be disciplined with that.
COVID?
Yeah. You finna die tonight, boy.
This is my last episode.
Very last episode. Thank you for having me, Patrick Jar Jar.
How fucked up would it be if I post this and it's my last episode?
It's only because of the internet, not because of me. Nah, but yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I just want to be more disciplined with that. So
Okay.
Yeah. So
And then the final question I have for you is, what was your best moment in comedy or moments in comedy that stand out to you?
oh shit.
It doesn't have to be like the best set I had or I crushed, or it can be like any just random moment, maybe another comic giving you advice, whatever.
I think a cool moment that I seen one time was Donnell Rawlings at the Improv, and he was doing this. I think he was just kind of like somewhat flying off the cuff. I don't know if it was something that he had done before or whatever, because I don't like see a lot of Donnell Rawlings stuff.
Yeah.
But I was there watching him, and then there was this Korean chick in the audience, and he started speaking Korean to her. He started telling jokes to her in Korean.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's dope. And he was like, he said to the audience, y'all think I don't know Korean, huh? Korean. And he was like, what did I say? And he told, and the Korean chick told everything that he was saying.
Really?
So it was like real dope that he can like
change over and do
change
that.
over, yeah,
Damn.
and tell jokes in Korean. I was like, oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've never seen a comic do that. You know, where I mean, you probably see like Spanish jokes or whatever.
Spanish is more.
But a black dude speaking Korean?
Yeah.
What you talking
But
about?
Spanish is more common. I think they can do a
Spanish,
joke in Spanish. But
anybody can learn.
Korean, it's
Que
like-
pasó?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hola, amiga.
That's all we say.
Yeah,
That's
you
all
know
we
what I'm
say.
saying? Puto, pinche, cabrón, caca. You know what I'm saying? Pinche mi
How was
huevos.
Gaga with all that stuff?
You know what I'm saying? It's the first thing you learn when you're trying to learn Spanish. All the bad words.
It really is.
Yeah. So, but then he was speaking Korean. I'm like, can't no black dude speak Korean and tell jokes? What? And then when he got off stage, I actually asked him, like, what are you doing? How do you know all that? You know what I'm saying? I want to know. He's like, because, man, I was in the military. You know what I mean? I went to the military. I was stationed over there, so I know how to speak it. So, yeah.
I was in the military. I was stationed in Korea. I don't know how to speak English. I know,
Yeah.
like, hello, 안녕하세요, 감사합니다. It's hello, thank you.
What is that? Is this China or Chinese?
Korean.
Or Mandarin? It's Korean?
Yeah, I was in Korea, but I've only learned hello, like, 안녕하세요, 감사합니다, hello, goodbye.
Right. Oh, no. He was
Yeah, but I could never
it was like
even
fluid
imagine
for
telling
him.
a joke
Yeah.
and having the fluency. What's the word?
Yeah, fluent. Yeah.
What is
Whatever.
that?
I don't know.
Fluency?
I don't know. Do I look like an English major? I sit
Kind
and
of.
tell jokes.
You
I
kinda-
would look up.
You kind of look like a substitute teacher.
I would look it up at
You look like
dictionary.com.
A substitute teacher.
Oh
for
my
English.
god, man! Somebody told me that shit before. Yeah.
You look like the cool substitute teacher.
No,
You look like if you walked in, I'm like, oh, yes, spend the day off.
Yeah. Nah, man, I remember my substitute teachers, man. Yeah, nah, when they would come in, I'd fall right to sleep. Like,
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're done here.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I didn't respect. Nobody respected substitute teachers.
No. I looking back to how I was as a kid or teenager, man, like
Nobody in my
we
school,
just-
nobody
we
respected
wanted
the
to
teachers.
just make them upset. Like we just was like,
Yeah,
we want to make you cry, man.
yeah, like don't ever come back to this class type
Man,
shit.
yeah.
But they were like, nah, I gotta come back because I gotta get my what they call it, that longevity shit that these teachers.
Oh
do.
yeah.
What is it called?
I know what you're talking about because Stephanie Michelle's a teacher,
Yeah,
but I don't know the Don't remember.
tenure.
tenure. There it
That's
is.
what they call it. Tenure. That's what it's called. Yeah. Why are we even talking about that? I don't even know. The last question should be why your ass didn't show up to the roast battle. He was gonna show up to the roast battle. He's like, I gotta go to China.
I was so ready to do. I was in the mode of like, I won one roast battle. I'm undefeated, by the way. Just to point that out, I'm undefeated in roast battles. Just so you know, what's your record?
It was a tie.
So to be clear, you done one
Right.
and you tied.
Yeah, the one that you were supposed to be at. I found somebody else to be in your place, but they called it a draw.
They called it a draw.
They called it a draw.
So you haven't won.
I haven't won anything yet.
Okay, so
So-
let me explain the feeling of winning the roast battle.
Ah, Jesus. That you wasn't there.
I won the one with Andy
Right, but you wasn't there for ours.
because I was filming a
You were
movie.
in China.
I planned out. I remember I won that one, and I was like confident, like, dude, I'm about to be fucking doing one roast battle a month, and I scheduled you, Sal Dos Santos, and then one more person for like 2.5 months. I'm about to beat all these motherfuckers. And I was ready to go at it, and then
And then,
I got the call to go to China and
what
film
was a
the movie.
Mexican doing in China?
That's a good point.
Come on, man. Are you
And
serious?
I would say when I got there, there was like 40 American actors, and we're all playing Marines. And when I got there, it was like me and one other person were the only Hispanics.
Yeah.
Everyone else was white, but they looked like the same version of each other, like that
Oh, wow.
stoic, like white, like Hollywood old look.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all of them looked like that.
Yeah.
And then it was me and like maybe a guy named King. He was Mexican. That's it.
Wow.
And I remember thinking like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, you
Like-
should have been at the roast battle.
Yeah, I was like,
Like, why am I in China? Why is it Mexican in China when I should be at the roast battle, trying to win a roast battle for the next 2 months
You'll be
so
my
I can
next-
claim my title?
I
Like,
had
you know
my,
what
I'm
I'm
undefeated in my
saying?
title.
Man, you 1-0. What are you talking about? That ain't much.
Hey, it sounds better if you say undefeated.
No, 1-0. I'm 1-0. I'm
Hey,
undefeated
hey,
though.
Undefeated sounds so.
No.
I'm undefeated in the roast
Man,
battle.
what are you talking about? You only did it one time.
I'll do more when it opens back up. For sure, you'll be the next roast battle that I'll be.
I can't wait though. That's gonna be fun because when I did the roast battle that night, you wasn't there.
Yeah.
Okay, but it was fun because the energy is like, of course, you know, the roast battles is crazy.
The vibe, the energy in the room is like nothing I've ever felt.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh my god,
Yeah,
like
it's crazy because I mean, you got like Jeff Ross up there, Tony Hinchcliffe, and you got Jamar Neighbors and all them,
yeah,
Frank Castillo, all of them watching your ass because that's all they do is roast and whatever else.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So you want to try to come up with something clever instead of just talking about like your mama jokes and whatever
It's
else.
dumb shit, but
Yeah.
yeah, some clever shit.
Yeah, you got to be like smart with it. You know what I'm saying? So, it can be very nerve wracking. So,
It's very. I do remember because before I go on stage, I don't really like you get like a little bit nervous, but you don't really get like
yeah,
kind of like, oh, I have that pit, but I'm gonna go do this shit.
right. That's
But
why
for-
you went to China.
Yeah. No, but for roast battle, I remember with Andy,
Yeah.
we were both in the back of the room, and then we were like getting ready to go, and then that dude comes up there with no shirt, and he's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
battle, battle, and then the whole man, everyone's like getting hyped, and I'm like, fuck, and we're the first ones to go up, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Being the first ones to go.
I
is
feel
definitely
that
different.
like pit. I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't felt
Right.
this in like day one of doing stand up, man.
Wow, and that's the same reason why he went to China
Yeah.
because he got scared.
But
You know,
I wanted-
like, I felt something in my stomach.
I
you
didn't
know.
like what I felt there,
Yeah,
man.
I felt it the first time. I want to feel it again. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
No, I definitely it was a good feeling. Like that.
Well, I hope China was fun for you. You know what I'm saying? Because the roast battle was definitely fun. You know what I'm
It
saying? I don't know
was.
what you was doing in China, but you know,
You
shooting
didn't
a
you,
movie.
You-
What movie?
you enjoyed roast battle, didn't you? With who'd you roast?
His name is David.
Does it have a last name? Come on, man. What? Do you not know his whole
Man, you
name?
can't tell me. I don't be knowing these people first and last names, man. I don't be asking for birthday. Let me see your ID.
You did a roast battle. You have to
His
know.
David. man.
You have to know information to
It's
roast
black
him.
black dude named David from the Inland Empire. You know what I'm saying? We cool. Well, I mean,
You're so cool. You don't know his last name. How do you know any information about him to roast?
Because I ran into him like in the open mic scene and whatever else, been hitting me up like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, the Mexican dude bailed out on me. He talking about you gotta go to China. I think he was really in Chihuahua, Mexico somewhere getting drunk. But I don't know who
Chihuahua,
who am I to judge? I was like, you want to do the roast battle? He was like, yeah, I'll do the roast battle. You know what I'm saying? He came with some clever jokes though.
Did he?
Yeah, he came up with some pretty funny stuff, which is cool.
Then do you guys feel like? Well, I know with mine, you feel like more. I guess you don't know him as well, but like I felt like Andy and I, you know Andy Van, right?
I might.
Asian comic.
I might.
Well, with me and him, we were already good comedy friends, but after that roast battle, it really like brought us together. Like, oh shit, like that was we went through this shit. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So was that like with you and David with the no last name, or how you guys become best friends after? Or
I mean, yeah, we cool. No, we follow each other on Instagram and stuff like that. I hit him up every now and then. He hit me up every now and then. You know what I'm saying? We still cool. You know what I'm saying? We was cool before that. But the roast battle would make you seem like, you know, you can become enemies real quick just because you got to talk about somebody. You know what I'm saying?
I think so, but I think you both know that you're trying. Like one thing we did. Oh, well, I'll tell you my bad advice I got first. But one thing we did, we were both here playing like Mario Kart or some shit. I forgot what. But we were both telling each other like personal information to use against each other.
Right.
So he was like, "Oh, my father had this sickness." I was like, "Oh, my father left when I was a kid. My girlfriend
Typical
cheated."
Mexico shit.
What?
Typical
Yeah, no,
Mexico.
typical, very typical stuff. And then it was funny because I remember like we were playing. We were like, it was like a point when we weren't talking for like 10 seconds, and my roommate comes in and he doesn't know what we're doing. Then
Random white guy 1 or 2?
2.
Okay.
Random white guy 2 comes in and he's like, "Oh, I got next," and he's like, sits down. We haven't said anything. And then Andy looks at me. He's like, "Wait, so your father left your family, right?" And then my roommate was like, "Jeez."
Wow.
Because he had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, which I was talking
But
about.
we did that because we both knew that, like, we want us to go at each other.
Right.
Here's all the ammunition.
Yeah.
We're obviously not going to get mad. Fucking say the worst shit possible.
Yeah.
End of the night will be cool. And it was cool.
Wow. And you won.
Yeah, I won. I think my last joke wasn't strong, but I remember one, like, because you know you have, like, 3 jokes, but, like, you have not the fillers, like the thank
The
you
comebacks.
jokes. Yeah, the comeback. Like, thank you, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I said, thank you if Harold ate Kumar, because he's like a fat Asian.
Oh, wow.
And then that one was good. I forgot the other one was like, made a joke about his dad and cancer or something.
Oh, shit.
And he made a joke about he made a really good joke about, because I remember I said I'm a Mexican Jimmy Neutron or something. And he said, Patrick often calls himself a Mexican Jimmy Neutron. Whatever, but the punchline was, but Jimmy Neutron's father never left.
Oh, wow.
And it was so perfect. I'm like, fuck, that was good.
Oh, yeah, that's a burn.
And we
The
went
things that plague our communities, people. We
yeah.
need to get our fathers back into our lives.
That's the main common thing.
That's the thing of this whole podcast, is to get our fathers back in our lives. My father's dead, though, but just to get our fathers back in our lives is what we're working towards.
How many people would you tell that to and just start laughing at them? We're so
You know what I'm
fucked
saying?
up.
Yeah, it's
And,
fucked up. So, and that's why a lot of these new comics don't understand that.
They
They're
are-
like, y'all are so fucked up. Like, yeah, we're depressed. We don't have our fathers in our lives. Or we got mama issues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We sit up here talking about people all the time.
but that's how we cope.
We're very sensitive. You know what I mean? We're detached in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's
So,
good
yeah.
though. It's our little good fucked up community.
Yeah, we're pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I like it.
I was
Wait,
talking to somebody the other day. I was like, yeah, most of the comics are depressed.
yeah, I didn't realize that, and I found out, especially during quarantine, I was like, man, I'm depressed. This is I'm a comic for real now. That's why I felt. I was either like, I'm gonna quit comedy because I was like, I'm depressed. I'm like, or I'm just becoming a better comic.
Yeah.
Because everyone in comics like, I'm depressed, and I'm like, no, they probably are.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a really fucked up community, but it's fucking.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. Did you get any advice before your roast battle?
Yeah, from a couple of comics.
Was
One
any
of
of
them-
it good or just like?
No, some of them were good because one of them kind of like helped me with kind of threw an alley-oop for me on one of the jokes.
Okay.
So
So you had a ghostwriter write all your jokes and you lost, or you tied. So just to be, I want to put on the camera that you had a ghostwriter write 90% of your material, your whole comedy career. Okay, continue.
No, okay, no.
I'm kidding. So you gave
'Cause
me-
I'm not good at-
He gave
look.
you a tag or something. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not good at roasting. All right, because I'm good at like crowd work, like spontaneous crowd work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like when it comes to roasting, that's a whole nother like mind trick in a
Yeah.
sense. You know, when it comes to it, because
But it's like more of like a one-liner comic. Like you have to really.
yeah, it's different. It's like I said, I don't really roast people. Like, I don't be like, I think I've kind of like started to understand it a lot more.
Mhm.
But at the time, I was like, I don't do this shit. But then once you start getting to understanding who the person is and whatever else, it's kind of maybe easier in a sense to craft the roast somewhat, because the roast jokes is different from on stage telling your life.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I'm
very
saying?
well. Unless you're a one-liner comic, but I know that you are not.
Nah,
I'm not.
I don't do one.
So I was out of my element, going to like trying out a joke, and well, actually, I don't think I tried any of them out beforehand. But like just saying a one-line joke and having the punchline and be like, please laugh. Like I can't save it with like I guess that wasn't fun. I can't. There's none of that bullshit. I can save it.
Right.
Just laugh or don't laugh. But it's that fuck.
Right, yeah. And that's the thing, man. And that's why someone assisted me on
Gave you a tag, okay?
like, look, the dude looks like this, so you should probably like say something like this.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, I'll try it out. You know what I'm saying? I'll come up, I'll look at the premise of that and see what else I can come with. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. So it's like when LeBron needs help, he's gonna pass it out, and then somebody's supposed to
So
shoot.
Danny Green, and then Danny Green misses a shot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of one of those. It was like, look, I mean, I think a lot of comics do that though.
They do,
Especially if
before I
you're
was
friends
iffy.
with them.
Yeah, I feel that's a good point. If someone gives me a tag or something that I don't necessarily know really well or think it's funny, I immediately get defensive, or I don't, not defensive. I'm like, yeah, okay, but like,
right.
I'm not gonna, But like, if one of my close comedy friends is like, yo, like me and Dylan are cool. Like Dylan's like, yo, but I should maybe instead of that, say that.
Yeah.
But then I'll be like more like susceptible to be like, all right, let me try to change it up.
Right.
But if I don't like think you're that funny or I don't like you very well, I'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah. But I won't, like, I just wouldn't. I'm like, fuck. In my mind, I'm like, no, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Right.
It's like that weird respect you have to have for people.
Yeah, you do. You gotta have respect for another comic if you're gonna listen to what they have to say, because
That's a big.
Yeah, because I don't like when comics come off stage and whatever else, and sometimes they be asked. I've had a couple of comics ask me, so how do you think I did? I was like, it was good, man.
Yeah, good set.
Yeah. I mean, because the thing about it is like I can't like, for me, since I ain't no pro at this. I'm not no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been doing this long enough to give anybody any, and that's what I feel like. I haven't been doing this long enough to give anybody any kind of critique about what they do.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that seasoned yet to be like, yeah, man, well, you know what you should. Nah, I'm like, it's good. It's for you. Do what you gotta do. Just whatever comes from your heart, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever energy you give, that's what's gonna be put out there.
Never right to like when I hosted the mic, I have a lot of new comics come, and a lot of the new comics will ask me for advice after the thing, and I would always tell them advice on technical stuff.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes like, you're talking, but you're not talking loud because you're telling a story like this.
Right.
Like, just be comfortable with having a mic here and then talking.
Right.
Or like technical, but I'm not gonna be like that joke. You need more of like that to it. Like, hey, just write it. I tell them, hey, write every day. Perform as much as you can. Don't be scared.
Right.
Take risks. But like not specific advice. Like, yo, that joke, man, you need to fucking do it. And you got when you say it, fucking do that. It's like, I can't.
Yeah.
Who am I to tell people that?
I can't do that, man.
I remember Malik. He gave me, or Malik B. Gave me. You know him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he gave me advice before the roast.
Do that box.
Yeah, do the box.
Yeah, I keep asking him, like, I want to box with you. He don't want to box with me.
Yeah, he's probably scared.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll send him this link.
Yeah, you should.
No, I remember
this part right here.
Yeah.
Malik. Michael King keep.
Like, he wanted to fight you,
or not fight, but like, spar. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's a professional boxer for like 2 fights or something.
Still want to spar.
You should.
I mean, because I took a little boxing, you know what I'm saying? So, I think I can do anything, you know what I'm saying? I took a little bit of boxing shit. But I got a fucked up hand now, though. So, I don't know.
We'll figure it out. We'll do some charity for that. We'll be like, yo, Malik, Michael King, fight it out. I remember.
Spar it out, baby. Trying to do Malik. He keep looking at me like, man, you one of this. I'm like,
is that what he says? That sounds like him. I was doing a roast battle with Andy and Malik. It was outside the Comedy Store. Like the day of it happening like that day.
Yeah.
And me and Andy were both nervous. It was both our first ones, and we were first. Like we were just like, fuck, this is gonna be like a little nerve wracking, bro. And then Mally comes up to both of us. He's like, "Hey man, but just think of it this way, man. Think of it like a show. Like both of you guys tell each other your jokes. That way you both know your jokes, and then like you do that. It's like a show. It's like a tag team, and you both do that. And just make sure you guys tell each other your jokes, so that way." I'm like, really? Doesn't that take? And I told him like, doesn't that take away from like the surprise factor? Shouldn't it be like? It should be the energy goes like. Shouldn't we go against each other? He's like, honestly, motherfucker, I'm high as shit. He's like, don't listen to me, I'm high as shit.
That's crazy.
And I was like, this motherfucker.
Give me your advice while you're high and shit.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, definitely. Malik. Spar, baby.
Should do that.
Yeah.
We'll set it up. I'm probably gonna ask him to be on the podcast still.
Chop that shit up.
Yeah.
And then send it to him.
Yeah. I'll end it with the.
Yeah.
How is it?
Send it to him. And be like, ooh, and add ooh to it. You know what I'm saying? Underline.
Yeah, add some like fucking chants in the back, like, yo, Michael King wants to fucking fight, man.
Ooh,
Oh,
shit. Spar, not fight. Spar.
Spar. He's already backing down and toning it down. Like, nah, fight, I want to spar a little bit.
Because, man, I'm not, I ain't never boxed anybody, so.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to hey, we want to spar, take this shit serious, bro. Get hit in the face a couple of times.
Well,
look, man, I just said I want to spar.
Well, what's your height and weight so I can tell him when he's on here?
Oh, I'm 6'2", 190.
There you go. I don't know what he is, but
Find
find out in the ring.
Yeah. Oh, he Don King over here. Don Julio.
Don Julio.
Don Julio over here.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So you really Mexican?
Yeah, I'm half Mexican, half Ecuadorian.
Ecuadorian. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no one ever knows what like Ecuador. Like how many Ecuadorians have you met?
Not too many. So where is Ecuador? Is it close to Mexico?
South America, like middle-ish.
So who's Ecuadorian?
My dad. Like
The one that you don't know.
Yeah, well, I know. He was, to be fair, part of the whole thing we said he left when we were doing the roast battle thing, he was like in my life, then like divorced in like teenage years to my mom.
Okay, right.
Then weirdly enough, I went back to I went to the army. I mean, and like during my 4 years in the army, they got back together.
Oh wow.
And they were together when I was back, and then I moved to LA. They were still together, and then like maybe like 3 years ago, he just did like a complete 180.
So it was you then. You was the problem.
Yeah, it was absolutely.
Every time you came in the picture, I gotta go. He's getting on my goddamn nerves.
I came back. He was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. I can't stand to look at his face.
This fucking kid. He has a beard now. Get him the fuck out of here.
Out of here. You know what I'm saying? Big ass hands. No, I can't do this shit. No. You the problem.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah.
What if I just start crying now?
I mean, daddy issues. Hey.
Nah. Well, it's
So
so much complicated. But yeah.
So he's Ecuadorian?
Yeah, he's. That's how we started this escalation thing.
Exactly.
So he's Ecuadorian? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, dude. Andy said that one fucking joke about him. He did two of them. He did, but Jimmy Neutron's father never left.
Right.
That was another one, but it bombed because he flubbed the wording, and I was so happy. And fuck, there was another one, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, I made a joke about his dad having cancer and 2 drink minimum. I forgot what I said. Something about 2 drink minimum. I forgot what it was, but
so your mom's Mexican.
But she's Mexican,
Okay.
and she's like the fucking nicest person in the world, like religious, nice, and
Right.
she just hates when like if I make a joke about God or something.
Oh wow.
Or if like she doesn't hate it, but she's like, Mijo, stop. Like type of that shit. Like she's like, oh, I went to this and I prayed for God. I'm like, so who? Like she's just making it's like dumb shit. Like just to try to piss her off.
Okay.
But yeah, she's just nice as fuck.
So do Ecuadorians get mad when you call them Mexicans?
No, but that's only for Puerto Ricans and Mexicans.
And Salvadorians too.
Real well.
Oh man.
So what I think it is, the hierarchy of everything is Puerto Ricans get mad if you call them Mexicans.
Right.
Mexicans get mad if you call them Salvadorians.
And Salvadorians get mad if you call them Mexicans too. I ran into a Salvadorian.
Probably,
They do. I ran into one and he was like, "Nah, man, I ain't no Mexican.
but I
I'm
think,
Salvadorian."
I guess,
I
yeah.
was like, "Oh shit, okay, well shit."
Yeah, I didn't even know.
I mean, we in LA.
Yeah,
All they call y'all is Mexicans and Latinos. That's all.
pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. We don't hear nothing else. We don't like. We don't. They don't break out a map and say, "Well, right along here
Yeah.
is the Salvadorians. They live over here in the Mid Wilshire district,
Yeah.
and the Mexicans are over here in South Central LA." You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't have no map.
Yeah,
Nobody tells us.
y'all
this
look
shit.
alike, folks.
Yeah, they be like, y'all all Latinos.
Yeah, but they get mad if if you say they're the same person. Like I know, like for example, Puerto Ricans. When I went to Puerto Rico, and they talk like they speak Spanish very fast. Like mira que chico, no me estaba aquí, estaba aquí, me like very like. And I'm like, what the like.
Right.
What the I can't. There's like a different language.
Yeah.
Man. Like, I don't even know what they're saying.
That's because they trying to swindle your ass.
Yeah.
They trying to take everything you got.
For real, I'm like, okay, whatever you want, dude. You got money for fucking here.
Exactly.
Watch, all right. Like,
Yeah, that's what it is. That's why they talk so fast.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that'll probably be the end of it. Thank you for
All right,
coming
so-
on. I hope to do roast battle whenever
Hope.
roast
Sound
battle
like
comes
Obama.
back. I will do roast battle, and I will continue to be undefeated.
One battle.
And hopefully you can win one.
Hope.
Hope you can win one eventually.
Spell hope.
Yeah. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
Definitely, man.
And that's it.
Don't die tonight.
Yeah, I won't die.